Nearlyweds is very fun and very creative. This is a Popeye cartoon from 1957. It's starring Seymour Kneitel and Thomas Johnson and written by Isadore Klein. And of course, we have a voice cast including Jackson Beck as Bluto, Jack Mercer as Popeye, and Mae Questel as Olive Oil. And I will discuss what this is very briefly, and then I'll go into some spoiler details with a spoiler warning in a moment as I discuss some personal highlights. It starts off with Popeye proposing to Olive Oil. They're going to get married, everything's brilliant. Bluto is obviously not happy about this. So Bluto, over the course of the cartoon, does everything he can to inconvenience Popeye to prevent the wedding from going ahead. And I will in a moment discuss what happens. But I thought that this was a really fun concept. Olive Oil wasn't in it as much as I'd expected, given that it was all about her upcoming wedding to Popeye. But it worked well without her being in it. And it is very creative. If I had tried to guess the kind of things Bluto was going to do, I doubt I would have come up with any of these things. It's really fun, very, very well animated, brilliantly paced. We get a lot of different things happening in a relatively short space of time. The whole thing is about 6 minutes, and I'd say it only took about just over a minute to set things up. I didn't time it, but it certainly felt like it got to the main point pretty quickly. So I'm rather happy, and I definitely recommend it. So I will now mention a couple of personal highlights, things that I thought worked really well. Did I expect Bluto to put cement in the bath? Absolutely not for a second. I found that to be delightful. I don't know why I liked this, but I loved the image of Popeye tying a knot in the toe of his sock. I just found that to be adorable. And then he is shaving himself and getting stuck to the chair, I thought was pretty clever. We do get to see Popeye dressed up smartly in his wedding attire. He looks great. And then the image of him, I really wanted to put this as the thumbnail, but I didn't want to give it away without saying the spoiler warning. But the image of him wearing the barrel, approaching Olive Oil to get married was just fantastic. And then Popeye's role at the very end. I didn't realise it was Popeye, like, as soon as we saw that character at the end. It took me a second, and I thought it was very, very well done. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought Nearlyweds was a fun concept. Have I called it Newlyweds at any point? I apologise if I have. Nearlyweds is a really fun cartoon, very well animated, very entertaining, a little bit adorable. If you're a Popeye fan and you haven't seen it, then I definitely recommend it.